Hey you, I'm the Queen of Shade. Welcome to the interview. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, oh, and hit my Cash App to support your favorite content creator. Now let's get to the interview. Mwah.
Let me tell you something. You're a bougie bitch and your mama is too. Said you're a bougie bitch and your mama is too. You're a bougie bitch and your mama is too. Said you're a bougie bitch and your mama is too.
Salutations, Dufos. This is your fabulous leader, the Queen of Shade, coming to you with another very special presentation, moving full speed ahead, getting to know some amazing people, some very interesting people, some very beautiful people from all around the world has been an amazing experience. And that experience is still going. So having said that, I have someone that you need to meet right now. All right, now I gotta pick up my phone because I closed it on accident. There we go. I was to it, and now there you are. There we go. This person, yes, here we go. I had to get it right. This person is a fitness model, but also says that he is fun-sized. Also, he competes NPC Men's Physique. And also, he is a UTA graduate and a member of the House of Garcon. Did I say that right?
Yes.
Short, dark, and gay. ATL, from ATL to the world, circuit party lover. Ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor and a pleasure to bring to you Mr. Leo Garcon of the House of Garcon.
Thank you for having me.
Well, first of all, happy birthday.
Thank you.
I was like, when I booked, because we booked this a while ago.
Yes.
So I was like, did he just know that he was going to speak to me on his birthday and he didn't even go tell me that it was his birthday? He's just like, oh yeah, Queen, I'll confirm. And you know me, like I said, before I started, I'm like, I flip in between these two phones. So I'm like, birthday notifications, and it's his birthday. So happy birthday!
Thank you so much.
Are you excited? Are you celebrating? Where are you right now?
Oh, right now I'm at home. I'm here in Atlanta.
Okay, good. So it's East Coast. It's East Coast. It's East Coast. So have you started or begun to celebrate? Or?
No, not yet. What me and my friends are actually going to do is like once I finish my work travels, we'll go ahead and do something then.
Okay. So you a grown man. you're like me. I can't celebrate on the day. Like we got responsibilities. Bills don't get paid if we decide to abdicate our thrones. But still, happy birthday. I would sing happy birthday to you, but because this is my original content on my platform,
right?
Happy birthday is owned by someone, and television and film or any facet of the internet, and you sing happy birthday, you got to pay them people money. So happy birthday to you. I'll sing it to you. I'll sing it to you later. So, my God, how are you today? How did your birthday start off?
It's actually been going really good for me. It's what I needed because being busy all the time is like I never get any rest. So I took advantage of taking the day off and just keeping it to myself. Because we all need time to ourselves at times.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, I agree. Can I just say that you look amazing? Your skin and physique. And you brought the physique ready for us. Like I love when my guys do that. Like you look really great. And
Thank you.
You're welcome. And you look like you have been resting. So that's really good. It's good for this.
Yes, it is.
So tell us, my God, are you in Atlanta? Like, were you born there or are you a transplant?
I'm actually a transplant. Originally, I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. So a lot of people are very shocked about when I say I'm from Memphis because everybody knows how Memphis is. It's very hood and it's a sad city. It has this it was a very nice place, but now it's become like this crime infested area. So a lot of people that shop, they're like, "Oh, you came from Memphis," but I didn't grow up there because my parents were actually in the military. So I was a military brat. So I always traveled.
Oh, okay, so you always traveled. How many countries did you, I mean, how many states did you see?
Let me think. Okay, so we went from Tennessee, Virginia, Rhode Island, Florida. Yes. Yep.
Moving around, I bet you have friends in every place.
I do. I have a lot of friends from different states. I do. It
But that's that. Listen, that's a great thing. You know, it's a great
is.
thing to have people everywhere. So, like, my thing is, I look at it this way, especially for men when we travel. You always got Airbnb, and that you never have to worry about.
Right.
So,
Yes.
my God. So, what caused you to finally settle as an adult in Atlanta?
My dad's side of the family actually lives here. And like also a fun fact about me, I was a competitive cheerleader. I did it for like 15 years. So I coach all-star cheerleading as well here in Atlanta. So I do a lot of choreography and a lot of my clientele is by Georgia or they're in the surrounding area, pretty much all up and down the East Coast.
Wow, Leo, you're a big deal. You're a big deal. I remember being in college and watching the cheerleading team get ready and prepare for competitions and things.
Yeah.
Those goddamn men. There was this one guy, his last name was Skinner. He
Mhm.
was the tallest cheerleader, but he could do all of that stuff.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, he just like that was his life. He was in the army first, so it's kind of funny that that correlation is there, because
Really?
yeah, he was in he was in the military. I forget what branch, but he was going to school after serving, and
Uh-huh.
and then he was cheerleading, and it was him and this other guy, and they were just so beautiful.
Mhm.
Are all the cheerleading guys beautiful like you?
There are for the most part. They are. And then you have some that have their I mean, I feel like is you realize cheerleading to me, I felt like it made me more of what it was because before I got to squash, I was very catching myself. I didn't really want to do anything, but it got me out there. But I feel like it's cheerleading showed me who the real world is. It really has.
Yeah, and you know how to turn up.
Yeah. And you gotta know how to like motivate yourself because it's like you help motivate people because like when I was in college we did game day, so of course it's like getting the crowd excited, and then of course we have the competitive aspect which that plays into a big role of my life right now for being competitive.
So okay, so now I gotta ask. I'm curious.
Okay.
So you're in college. You're
Uh-huh.
you're cheering. What college did you go to?
The University of Texas at Arlington.
Okay, so you know where I'm going with this. You're a
Okay.
cheerleader, a male cheerleader.
Uh-huh.
Spirit fingers, pump you up,
Right.
pumping all over the place, lots of energy.
Mhm.
What did the guys think?
The funny thing was they actually thought it was the coolest thing ever, honestly. Because now my school, we're multinational winning cheerleading team. So everybody knew we were the deal. So it's like, okay, the team is good. So everybody knew like, oh, he's one of the UTA cheerleaders. And it's funny because we would go to class like in our practice where they're like, y'all got practice, y'all can run for nationals. It's like the college respected us. So they knew what we were getting ready for.
Wow. Okay, so we didn't have any knuckleheads causing
Nah.
any kind of problem.
Nah, they actually thought it was
Right.
like pretty cool.
Yeah, I like to hear that. I like to hear that because that pushes the narrative that we can be open to different sports and
Mhm.
different things and it be cool, you know?
Yeah.
And it's crazy because online I see a lot of guys that are African American that are into cheering and tumbling and all of that stuff. And I remember, I went to, oh God, I'm dating myself here. I'll be 40. I'll be 40 in September. I love it. I welcome it.
Yes.
Yeah, I welcome it. It's my thing is I ain't never seen a 40-year-old look like me. So I'm okay. But no, but back when I went in the year 2000, it was like cheerleading was still kind of like it was done, but
Mhm.
my people would still be like, oh, he's a cheerleader. He's a cheerleader. I actually wanted to do it, but I was too chicken.
I'm about to say honestly, I've had people that have asked me about the sport, and then of course, like the famous documentary Cheerhead came out, which cheerleading we all know each other. It's funny because one of the pictures you saw is like me and my best friend, the one with the brace. He cheered for that college, Imperial College, so it's like I know a lot of those cheerleaders. So it's like everybody knows each other for the most part. But yeah,
But because it's a sport and everybody,
yeah, everybody gets to know each other,
yeah,
networking, all
I had that camaraderie in track like that. That's what I.
that.
Yeah, I was non-contact. I was like, look here,
Okay.
nothing. I dated football players. but
Uh-huh.
but no, I was like, mm-mm.
Uh-huh.
So tell me, okay, Atlanta. So you said you work all up and down the East Coast.
Yes, and then sometimes I do go to the West Coast, Mid South, wherever, but predominantly most of my clientele is actually over here on the East Coast.
So would you say that you're an entrepreneur because you basically are like, yeah.
Absolutely. Yes.
Oh, okay. So help me get this right. There's a company behind this.
Yes, there
Yeah.
is.
Because I didn't know what it meant because I didn't want to tell your T whether or not it was
Uh,
a boyfriend or anything, but it says ACB 12/28/92 to 1/11/21.
so that's actually my best friend Anthony. He actually had
Ah,
passed away in a wreck while he was
okay.
overseas. But yeah.
See, that's why I knew I should have left it alone. I knew I did. I should have, because I saw it and I'm like, okay, I don't know what
Trying to
that
put it
is. So I'm just
together.
gonna leave it alone. Yeah,
Uh,
but I do recognize the guy in your pictures because he's always in your pictures. So do you guys work together?
yeah, we do. We're actually like so we actually been best friends since we were in high school. So
Ah.
yeah, of course, and we met through cheerleading. So of course, cheerleading brings everybody together. That's typically how it
Isn't
does.
it amazing how those, like, people don't understand that, no matter what sport it is, any athleticism, anything that is a team effort, it kind of bonds you guys for the long
It does.
haul. I love doing that. That's the one thing I do miss about school is because, when you're in school, everyone is there for the same purpose, but you get to like gradually see each other's personalities and,
Right.
things like that. Get this, Leo, they voted me. It was supposed to be a gag in 2000 when I graduated. They voted me most talkative. I don't understand. I don't understand why. I mean, I don't see. I didn't see why. I
Uh-huh.
don't, and now I have one of the most recognizable voices in the world.
Uh-huh.
I'm a pop recording artist. I do a lot of stuff. So
Right.
I guess they were right.
It's funny because like honestly now a fun fact about me, I did go to a predominantly black high school and funny
Mhm.
thing was I was captain of the cheerleading team.
Uh-huh.
I won homecoming and I also won prom at the same time too. So
Yeah.
yeah, I kind of it was like the perspective because everybody thinking, oh, it's gonna be the girl. And of course, like, oh, typical cheerleading captain, but it was like, whoa, it's a black male that did all that. But yes.
So you really, I love to hear this because that means that life was really good. Like you had support, like,
Yes.
support. And that is always an amazing thing. That is always, wow, homecoming king. You've been popular for a long time. Like when I decided that I wanted to be queen, I had to give myself the title. Well, my grandmother gave me the title, and I had to buy it. I had to buy my popularity. Like I'm like, listen here, but that is just that I just love to hear that because that is just so. As time has gone on, that is something that the world is trying to, paint the narrative that doesn't it's not
Exactly.
still happening. And it's like, no, 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 we support our own. Yeah, we love
Mhm.
our own.
Yeah.
We're here. Yeah. You're
Yeah.
not, you're not running into our cities and running into our establishments, but yeah, we support each other. I love to hear that. That's why I'm staying there right there for a minute because it just makes me feel good. Because even as you're talking, I'm a shaman, so even as you're talking and telling me these fun facts about yourself, I'm seeing them. Like I'm seeing them. So it's just a lot of camaraderie, a lot of love, a lot of competition, a lot
Uh-huh.
of fun, a lot of sport. So that's always a good thing. My
Mhm.
God. So what made you, because you graduate, you're cheering in college. What made
Mhm.
you decide that I want to do this for my occupation for a living?
Mhm. So it's funny you say that. I remember there was two career paths I wanted to take because people thought they were like two different things. So at first I wanted to be a veterinarian, and I just didn't want to continue to stay in school that long. Then I was thinking about it, and I also wanted to be a mortician. A lot of people thought that was very interesting. And then of course I required more school, and I was just like, I just want to get my degree and get up out of here. Because the funny thing was, I realized college wasn't for me my senior year, but I end up graduating because I was like, I'm at the finish line. Let me go ahead and finish it. But I think honestly, cheerleading in college like kept me in school because it's like, okay, gotta keep the grades. It kept me involved with the school, but like I didn't cheer my senior year because I was like, I gotta get my degree, I just gotta get it done. And that's exactly what I did.
Wow.
But yeah.
I like that because a lot of people drop out prematurely. I had to leave and I didn't drop out. I was medically withdrawn. Yeah, I was medically withdrawn. So I had to come out. But no, I love that. I love that story because one of my advisors on my college campus always said, you know, no matter how many problems you're having, just keep coming back. You'll get the degree if you just keep coming back. Just keep coming back. So, but yeah, a lot of people like now I realize no, after all the hard work is in and
Right.
I've done it. Yeah, college wasn't my path either.
Yeah, because like I said, I ended up getting the degree, and I think I've only used my degree one time in the career field because I actually was a student advisor at a college, which I'm honestly truly grateful for because I've met so many students, and it's like there are a lot of lost souls. It's like you got to kind of help them out, and it's funny because some of them like they know I was coach, so they call me coach. They don't even call me Keith. They're like, "Hey, coach," and some of them still hit me up from time to time just to check on me, which I think is interesting because it's like, wow, I used to coach you. You're checking on me. Some of them have kids now. So I find it very interesting, you know, like I impacted their life and they still like want to keep in touch with me. But yeah.
See, you're immediately making a difference in these people's lives. And that's why they're keeping in touch because you like sadly, you can't find that energy everywhere. You
Right.
can't find people to believe in you like that everywhere.
Right.
It's a rarity. So
Yeah.
yeah, so you just like, okay, I'm gonna do. We have that in common. I was gonna be a veterinarian as well. I was taking all the biologies and all the sciences, organic chemistry.
Uh, yes. Cause it was like I did it, but then I was like, oh, there's another 2 years I gotta do. I'm like, I don't know if I want to do like 6 years in college. I'm like, I just want to get done with it.
You know,
Yeah.
my boyfriend always says to me, you're still a veterinarian because you still work on the most primal beings in the animal kingdom. People.
That's true. I get what he means by it.
People, yeah. So you know, it always makes me laugh. But he's like, you only have an issue because it doesn't look the way you want it to look. And he's right. He's right. I'm like, where's my white coat? You know,
Right.
but I'm doing what I do. So
Mhm.
going back a little bit further, are you an only child?
No, actually, I have a couple of siblings. I have two brothers and I have a sister.
Okay, cool. So you guys all moved around as a family.
Yeah, well, they're all different at parts because my brother, I'm the oldest, but the funny thing is both my brothers, they're way taller than me. So that's like I call myself fun size because everybody's like, oh, he's super short, but he's like real big. But they're like 6'2". They played football. Yeah. So my other younger brother, he lives in California, and the other one, he lives back in Tennessee.
Wow. Would you agree? Because I heard this a lot, you know, in fitness, shorter guys pack on more density.
Yeah, and it's funny because I've been like when I've been training with other physique competitors, they're like, "Oh, it's easy for the short guys because they can get it up quick." And it's like, "Us, we got to put more work in." I was like, I kind of noticed it. I'm like, "Oh, it's not true," but then it was when I started working on my body, I realized that.
How long have you been a competitor?
I've only been doing it for a year. What the thing of what actually really got me into doing it actually came from two different things. Once I did get done with competitive cheerleading, like in college, and I was just like, okay, I at least want to still stay in shape, which I realized like because we know a lot of gay men in the scene, there's an image they want to look a certain way, but to me, it's like I feel like there's more to like having the image. It's like I can utilize my image. It's like, okay, I've been a competitive cheerleader, so let me go ahead and go compete with my body. And it's just like, oops, sorry, phone was calling. But yeah, like go and compete on stage with other people. So it's like, let me go ahead and try it and get out there. But yeah, I did compete last year, and I'm actually getting ready for a show later this year as well.
Wow, I'm looking at your Instagram real quick.
Uh,
The thumbnail that I'm going to choose for this video.
uh
My God, because you're in amazing shape. You
Thank you.
really are. Yeah. No, I value that. Well, you know this because if you've seen me, I always post the hot guys and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
So the physique means a lot to me, and I like to see that idea of the transformation because you can go from being one way and then become very strong. And for me, fitness was a way to kind of like not be bullied. Like that was my way, and it worked. It worked because people would be like, you know, they'd want to say something about my voice, but then they'd look at my arms. And I've taken a break from working out, but they'd look at my arms and be like, oh, I don't think I want to bother.
It's funny, but because it's funny when people do ask like, "What do I do for a living?" Because they're like, "Your image doesn't match it sometimes." Because they're thinking like, "Oh, he does like boxing." Because my dad, he was a boxer, or that they like I'm a UFC fighter. I'm like, no. And then I'm like, "They're like, what do you?" I'm like, "I'm a choreographer and a physique competitor." They're like, a choreographer, because you know they think very slender and yeah, but it's like, no, you ain't gotta be slender to be a choreographer and teach dances and material like that. No, you don't have to do that because, like you said, people create that image.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say that is rare. Like I love when and the guys online get so much recognition
Uh,
if they can dance and they're all muscular, because most people think you can't move.
right.
You see them in full splits and all of this stuff, and you're like,
You're like, oh, y'all can move like
yeah. So
that.
yeah, it's a beautiful surprise. It's a beautiful surprise. So how many years have you been cheering? Like, and I mean, like professionally going and training and choreographing?
So I started choreographing honestly like when I was 20. So
Okay.
yeah, because like I said, I started cheering when I was 16 and then
Right.
cheer like those years in high school and then all-star cheerleading. And then to me, it was like I liked it. To me, I mean, anybody who's serious and passionate about this sport, they see it as an art.
Yeah.
So pretty much cheerleading is a performance-based thing and it's like it's a routine and it's all skill-based. And it's like, okay, let me put this all together. It is like I get a passion out of it because a lot of people are like, do you get burnt out from it? I'm like, it doesn't feel like work because I love what I do. But yeah.
And you get to work with so many different
Yes.
individuals at different
Mhm.
levels.
Yes. Mhm.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's quite the career to have. I applaud
Yes.
you.
Thank you.
That's quite the career to have, because like, you know, it can't be easy to learn, you know, from going to from a beginner to an advanced, you know,
Uh-huh.
person in cheer. That requires a lot of dedication.
It does.
And then you still got to be smart as ever because you got to qualify. So you got to keep those books where they belong. So that is really interesting. So like, okay, like you're right. You mentioned that. So yeah, Mr. Circuit Party Lover. You do you dance in the circuit? Like, do you dance in the circuit? Do you perform in the circuit as far as like the fit guys for different
No,
events?
no, actually, no. I've had few people ask me that, and the funny thing about it was, I became a big fan of the circuit scene because originally, like I said, Black culture, it's very we don't see that because we know it's typical hip hop, the
Yeah,
little hole in the wall urban
yeah,
club that everybody goes to, and then I remember, like I know the Deviant party that was launched. I know that's Black ran, so and I know he was trying to bring like the Black culture. I was like, okay, I said this is pretty fun. That's why I like it. It's different. There's no judgment. And then it's like I took a trip to Miami and then like the culture there, I was like, whoa, okay. I said, I like this. This is really, really fun because everybody's opening and accepting. Because, you know, to me, I feel like when I go to the Black club, and we all can say this, it feels like it's almost like a pageant. It's like, oh,
yeah,
the dress. Oh, they look
yeah.
really good. Yeah, it's very that. Third
I
part, they're just out there having fun, living
right.
them.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. That's why I'm just like, because I would go with my best friend when we were younger in our early
uh,
20s, and we would just go to dance. We would just go to dance. But
mhm.
Deviant, it's Michael Marquez. I interviewed him too. So
Okay.
yeah, she gets around. She gets around. So yeah. But the Deviant events are really, really amazing. He invited me to come and check them out too. So I will do that. But I don't want to tell anybody. I'm just gonna
Just pop up out of nowhere.
and this and this is being recorded, mind you. Yeah, I just want to pop up, buy my ticket like everybody else.
Just like, hey, y'all.
Be in a room, no wig, you know, no dress, just baseball cap, backwards cap, something nice and casual and dressy on, because I noticed that they dress. So listen to the panel, sit there and look like, oh, okay. Empowerment. So tell me, what are your hobbies? What, like, and I know that you said cheering, it doesn't feel like work, so that is a hobby for you. But I also know that bodybuilding and competing would be a hobby for you, but it's also what you do. So what do you do outside of that?
So, a leisure thing of mine, I like to travel a lot.
Yeah.
Because I like to see the world, and it's like, here's the thing: it's like when you get outside your normal realm, it's like you learn things about yourself. Like I said, the deviant party for a prime example, like people will say, oh, okay, this is a whole other, like it's a whole other realm. It's like you didn't expect yourself to feel like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like you just learn about yourself, you know what you like. And I was like, this is what I really, really genuinely like. But yeah, so getting out to learn things about myself, I like that, to see new things about me.
What kind of dog do you have?
He's actually a lab. Come here, Farrell.
Black lab.
Yeah, he's mixed with a pit.
Oh.
Yeah, he's like, well, he's somebody must have knocked on the door because he's trying to figure out who it may have been. But yeah.
Now we had to listen. He made a cameo. We had to acknowledge him. I'm like, listen here. We can't be like, oh, just sitting here. I hate that on television. You sit there and act like nothing's going on. No, acknowledge it. So yeah, so like, okay, so you said traveling. You were traveling when we booked this interview.
Yes, I was in
So
Miami.
in Miami. Okay, I was getting ready to say I have a lot of friends that live in Miami.
Really?
I don't like a lot of the exclusive content guys. They live
Yes,
in Miami.
content.
OnlyFans, OnlyFans.
Oh, I was so confused at first.
Yes, OnlyFans guys, my babies. But yeah, Miami is a great place to go because of the pulse. I love the Latin flair, and I love the
Right.
Cuban flair, and then you have the Haitian flair, and you have all of that there. So, where have you been? Like, how recently have you been outside of the country?
No, I have not, only due to because of my work schedule. Because
Mhm.
currently, like I said, I travel like really, really heavily.
Yeah.
So usually when I am traveling during the summer, it's like I'm pretty much domestic.
You listen, you better celebrate this birthday today. We're gonna keep talking to you, but you better, yeah, you better have fun. I'm so
Right.
will there be a cake?
Yeah, I am going to do a cake. I am. I'm definitely doing a cake for sure.
Okay. No, so okay, let me get up over here. Shut up. I'm like, don't you dare. There we go. So I noticed also, and I wanted to bring this up, also
Mhm,
in your, there's the competing, there's the traveling, there's the
mhm.
competing and the cheerleading. I noticed you also model.
Well, yeah, it's funny. I've been trying to get myself more out there because a lot of my friends are like, why don't you just model? I was like, well, I remember a while back when I thought about it, like, oh, you're too short, but we see over time that's completely changed because it's like this
Yeah.
height, the height doesn't matter at this point because it's like if you're always getting the same typical like 5'11" and plus up, that's what they always will tell me. But it's like now it's like at this point, sometimes the good looking people are like 5'5".
Yeah, it's changing to reflect the world, and more of the world. This is a famous picture. I think, yeah, Mark. I recognize the style.
Mark Henderson.
Yeah, it's Mark Henderson. He
Yeah.
shoots everybody that's anybody. But
Yes,
like, you got to
yes,
be real. You got to be real buff.
the man does great work.
Yeah, you got to be real buff to get in front of his camera.
He does,
Real
and
buff. Yeah.
he's very passionate about what he does.
Yeah. Was he your first photographer? Because that's the one I saw.
No, I've actually done quite a few. I've worked with James Lewis. He's actually based here in Atlanta.
Yeah.
He's famous for the erotica, where he does like a lot of new
Yeah.
photography. So
Yeah.
yeah, he's very big here.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then also I recently shot with a photographer. His name is Maurice. He's actually located in Miami as well.
Wow. So you getting out there.
So
Like, I love that. I love to hear that.
but yeah, like I said, I love getting out there and doing those things.
So it's like literally, you're like living your best life. Literally modeling, competing, cheering. Like, but I love that everything you're choosing is high energy.
Mhm.
High energy, high energy. So tell us about your hidden talents. What do you do? What are your hidden talents?
Well, a lot of people, I don't know, some people know, some people don't. I used to be an exotic male entertainer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, I did that mostly throughout my college career. That's why I mostly
Really? Wait a minute. So let's picture this.
did.
Cheerleading captain by day, exotic
Answer.
chocolate drop by night. What was your name? What was your exotic dancer name?
It was forbidden.
Forbidden.
Yes.
So like, was there ever a situation where your friends are out and they kind of run into the cheerleader doing
Uh-huh.
it at night?
Well, no, some of them knew, like most of my close friends, they knew about it because to me, they were like, wait, you actually do this? And then like they go to the club, like, oh my God, it's like, I would never expected that. Because it's just like, it's two different lives. They're like, whoa, it's like, you know how to turn it on and turn it off. And it's like, I would never guess that even had happened or that you did that.
But you know what? It's fun. It's fun. I love my friends that are exotic dancers. Once upon a time, for about 3 summers, I did it. But
Mhm.
I did it for, but get this, let's wait till you hear the reason. I did it for 3 summers and I did it for this exclusive event because I'm from Philadelphia. So there was
Mhm.
this exclusive event sponsored by the Gay Calendar here. And
Mhm.
they had something called Boys of Summer. It was a 3-day event. I did not do all 3 days. I would do the big party at the end of the weekend. So that was usually at a nightclub, and it was usually like a pool themed party, pool, no, like not real pool, but everybody's wearing Speedos and things like that. And all of us, we were given complimentary Speedos by a company to promote while we danced. So it was really fun because, like, you know, we all had these amazing bodies and we were in there dancing, and I loved it. I have no bad qualms or no bad
No,
experience.
I mean I've enjoyed it because it's like the type of people I talk to about it, and then just like all the different lives of personalities that I ran into through it, and then of course like being booked and going to different cities to perform. Yes, absolutely.
See, you've been look, you were destined to travel. So you just didn't do it locally. You were just like you were going
Yeah.
like how? Like you're in college and you have this full, so you know what it is, you have this full career where you're traveling. You are an entrepreneur by blood. By, by blood. It's so crazy. Have you ever danced for like Miami Sizzle or anything like that?
No, I have not. I haven't.
So
I've done a lot of private events, but no,
yeah.
I haven't danced for Sizzle. But I'm familiar with Dwight and his
Okay.
and Lewis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell us, like, some of the cities you went to dance. Tell us where some your
I've been
biggest.
to Tulsa, Oklahoma, Houston. I've done Orlando, Miami. I'm trying to think what else have I gone? Raleigh, North Carolina. I got to think it's just been a long list. Of course, Dallas, Texas, because I was living there,
Yeah.
and then Atlanta before I moved here.
Yeah.
And where else have I been to? Oh, Virginia Beach, Virginia. But yeah, but yeah, I know I'm probably missing several other cities, but some of the ones that came off my head immediately.
But you know what I love about you is you're always on the go.
And that's the thing is like I always tell people all the time. I said the world is always turning, so you can't slow down. So you just got to go when it's time to go.
Yeah. I love that too. Like I love that too. You know, be out here, be about something, go do something, go have fun. I'm
Right.
I'm learning. I'm turning 40. I'm just now learning how to have fun. It's true. I'm learning. My boyfriend is determined to teach me. He's my first boyfriend I've ever had. Like all the others were situationships. I couldn't get them into that situation. But at 40, you know, on the eve of 40 and on the eve of 10 years of celibacy, I get a boyfriend. So, but I've known him 20 years, so it doesn't count.
Okay.
Yeah, he's loved me for 20 years. I've loved him for 20 years. Yeah, but you know, for me, I'm a late bloomer, but I like to hear when people are not afraid of the world, because what our country is painting right now, you'd be afraid to travel. Like I said to my grandmother the other day, I was just like, how am I going to be a millionaire and enjoy my life? And the world is dying around me. Like, how am I supposed to enjoy? And she's like, baby, you're going to enjoy it the way the rest of the wealthy people do. You know, like if you want to help, then you lend your efforts to help and fund this and fund that, and then you go live your life. And I was just like, you know, one of the biggest things for me has always been the acceptance that there will be bad in the midst of all my good. Will not be caused by me,
Right.
by circumstance. And it's just like, okay, I have to get used to that. But yeah, traveling is something that I like. Get it. I've been out of the country. I've been to London. I've been to Paris. I haven't traveled in the US. I've been to Ohio. I've been to Atlanta, New Jersey, New York, Connecticut, and I think that's Maryland, DC, and Virginia. Because we
I
kind
was
of
funny you say that. I did say DC probably years ago. To say that. I just really thought about since you spit that name out.
but I haven't gone out. Get out before COVID. I was going to move to Las Vegas.
Really?
And COVID hit, and I was like, I'm not going nowhere.
And the funny thing was, speaking of COVID, like even cheerleading, it impacted the sport, but people were still going. It's funny because people still require me to come travel, and like I lived in Atlanta, the airport was all the way empty, and I was like, I have never seen anything. It was like a ghost town. The
I
parking
was
lot.
going to ask you about it, about the pandemic and
I
cheering.
literally could just walk straight through TSA, and I'm like, whoa, okay, this is real life here in Atlanta. I could walk TSA with no problem.
Scary. Wow. And you know what the scary thing is? Yes, the vaccinations are out, but we're still getting people that are contracting COVID right now.
Yeah.
The media is like, oh, move on to something else because we spent too long on it. But it's like, we spent the time on it because it's a real thing. You know, like I saw New York. New York was a ghost town.
Really?
Yes, New York was a ghost town at one point. I'm like, so is Philadelphia. And we have a pretty big populace here too. And
And you guys are not too far from New York anyway, but
Exactly,
yeah.
about an hour and a half, and literally there was nothing moving on the ground.
Wow.
Nothing. And it was scary. It was very scary because it was just like, will this ever end? Will this ever be over? And then, not to be political, but we didn't exactly have the best leadership at the time.
Right.
So, it was that, and then COVID, and then it just was a lot. It took, and a lot of people even now are still trying to get their mental health back together because that was so, my word, my boyfriend says, problematic. It was very problematic. But we got through it. Um, Inflation is crazy. The gas prices are crazy,
Yes.
but we're getting through it. We are getting through it. So, my God. So, any other than cheering and things like that, are you an athletic man? Like, do you play any other sport?
Actually, no, I don't. I don't play any other sports.
Oh,
'Cause it's funny because some people, like I said, they'll see me, oh, you must play football. I'm like, never did. Oh, you play track? Mm-mm. And they're like, oh, so what'd you do? And like when I say what I do, they're like, what? Because it doesn't register. Because like I said, the look I have is like, I would never thought that, but yeah.
you're big. You're big. You're big, you're big, you're big. So tell me, Mr. House of Garcon, how did that happen?
So that actually happened when I was in college. Actually, it was my gay grandfather, Shamar. He was the one who brought me to the House of Garcon for the intro to get me in and everything because he knew I was dancing, and of course, they have different categories such as sex siren, that's what I was brought in for,
Yes,
which was sex siren.
yes.
Yes. But honestly, being in a house, I have enjoyed it because I've met so many people through ballroom. And yes, like a lot of people say, yeah, ballroom it has is good, it's bad, and it's ugly. But I feel like that's just anything, but it's just how you take it. And it's like if you feed on the negativity, it's like you're forever gonna feel negative about it. And you feed on positivity, you're gonna love it. But yeah, like I said, I've learned more things about ballroom. It's like, okay, I can be more open and be more sociable. Because like I said, I was very kept to myself, and like cheerleading helped, and like being involved in ballroom, it's brought a lot out of me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, my God, ballroom. I always say this, like in ballroom, like if you want to know where all the real niggas are, they in ballroom. And it's
Yeah, they
so
are.
crazy because you would have never thought that. And then you watch the clip and you look at the crowd and you're like, Jesus, I gotta go to a ball because these men are like the most masculine, they're the most supportive. You guys are the most supportive of each other. Like
Mm.
it is an amazing thing. Are you still walking balls now?
Currently, I have not been walking only because, like, I'm transitioning to a new category, like I said, which is going to be body, which that's physique. So it's like me and this sex siren. I was like, okay, I liked it, but then it's kind of like grew out of it, and then it's like I'm focusing more on body. So
Ah.
that's going to be coming soon. Because a lot of people are saying, "Oh, we're going to return back to the runway." I was like, "I'll be back soon."
So okay, so tell me, what's the difference between sex siren and legs and hips and body? Like, what's the difference? What's the difference?
So for sex siren, you're selling the idea and the look of sex.
Okay.
What's feeling like when the judge is like, ooh, what I want to have him like, is he
Yeah.
sexy? Like, is this what I want? Is he selling sex?
Yeah.
Very like just like I am the essence of sex. That's like we know that.
Grace Jones, Boomerang. I am the assault. Yes,
Yeah, so
yes.
that's what you want to give out. And then like for body, it's like the figure, like the masculine body, like the do they have the chest, the arms, the legs, the butt, the core,
Wow.
yes.
So it sounds like that's going to be more grueling than NPC competing.
Yeah, because the funny thing, like for like true physique competing, because like you're like in front of actual judges, like they look at you, they're like, okay, his symmetry is very good. But to ballroom is very like, oh, his body looks great. Like it's just like they don't know, like, is that like a really, really good body? It's just like, is that the best body that we see tonight? It's very that.
Wow. Until they start going and getting certified to judge physique competition.
They're like, what they be looking at the core, they be looking at so many things when you're on the stage. But yes.
You know what it is? You're just a natural performer.
The funny thing is I never felt like I was a natural performer, but then when I got to the sport of cheerleading, I was like, I like getting in front of people because like, do you get nervous? I'm like, kind of, but then it's like when you done this so much, it's like, oh, this is second nature being in front of people. But yeah.
So now I gotta know. So now I gotta know. Like, have you ever thought about doing like Drag Race Pit Crew or getting on something on television or in Hollywood?
No, it's funny. I've had people ask me that. It's just I haven't put myself out there to go do it yet, which I think because I've thought about it, but I haven't like invested myself into it. That's probably why it hasn't jumped off like that for
Well, I
me.
could definitely see that being a part of the whole repertoire. Like see, what I'm getting from you is that your resume will always be extensive. Oh, so that's
Yes,
why I just
because
asked. Yeah, I just asked because that's the next thing to conquer.
yeah, and that's my thing. Like me as an individual, because it's like I said, the thing, like I said, the one I did when we were talking about like what I like to do, which of my hobbies, which was like traveling. So I learned about myself. Like I learned like I know how to do makeup. So it's like a lot of things. It's like, okay, there's a man who knows how to go to the gym and he knows how to do makeup. But like
Right.
yeah, so it's like there's tons of things people just have to get out there and learn things about themselves. It's like, oh, I didn't know I could do this, and it's like I enjoy doing this. But
So
yeah.
you can be a face and take the body category. See, these are amazing. Have you ever like worked on any like for like an event or on a woman or a wedding or where do you
I've worked, yeah, I've done like some of my athletes for like competitive cheerleading, and then like I've done with some of my house members for them like walking like face or just like any different effects that they've
if they're walking face and you really had to beat their face.
had. Yes.
Oh my God. But you know what's so crazy? Like it took me 7 years to learn how to just do this. And
Mhm.
there's a lot to this.
It
And
is, yeah, because
people
it's
don't
like
get
I
that.
feel like
There's
right. I
a
feel
lot
like I
to it.
learn something about it every
Yeah.
week. I'm like, oh, I didn't know you
Yeah.
could do this. And it's like just different tips and stuff. But yeah.
There's a lot to it. But I am the type of person where I think eventually when I have a moment, I want to go to
Uh,
cosmetology school because I just want to learn how to better do it for me. Like,
mhm.
yeah,
Just
like
like find like fun tip and trick. Like, oh, never thought about
fine
doing
tune,
it.
fine tune, but
Right.
I got into it by having to do it for myself. That's how I got
Right.
into it. How'd you get into it?
Me, cheerleading.
Cheerleading.
Cheerleading was the main thing because it's like me. I was like, oh, I'm about to be in front of people. I won't look my best. So it's like I got to enhance my look. So it's like, all right, let me just start with like a little simple foundation. Okay, this
Yeah.
works. All right, let me try to do the eyebrows a little bit. It's like bit by bit, and it was like, okay, I want to be invested with my look when I get on stage. But
Yeah.
yeah, think about it is like when you're performing in front of people, in the same thing, like when I do compete for Miss Physique, I do my face because at the end of the day, yeah, your body looks great, but it's like what's gonna make them really look back and like, oh, whoa, he's good looking. Like you guys just like look at them. But yes.
You know what? It's so funny how anything out here, cheerleading, acting, doing anything, the beauty industry is intersectional. Like
It is.
it just crosses into everything. It's just like whenever you deal with the public's like, we want you to be beautiful. And then we spend so much time making sure that we are what we need to be. And it's not a bad thing. Like I'm not one of the people
That tells people that you're invested in yourself, like you care
yes,
about what you're going
I
to look.
agree. I agree. I've had some people, she's vain. Who? Where? It's just like, I'm working. What y'all talking about? You know?
Right.
So yeah, but for the most part, that is really interesting. Now, does your house are there like what are the age ranges? I mean, are you active in your house? Like
So here's the thing. There's not really like an age cap because usually like everybody comes from all different walks of life and just
yeah.
different backgrounds coming in. And then usually like it's everybody gets pulled in from the house because it's somebody that they know in the house and they feel like they're gonna bring great quality to the house. It's like, oh, you're very Garcon, or like any other house, like, oh, you're very Miyake Mugler. Like that's something we would want in our house. And that's all it comes down to. So it's like once you know the culture of your house, it's like, okay, this person would be very fitting for the house.
Wow. So now I can ask you, what is the culture of the House of Garcon?
We're very sophisticated. We're known as the dollhouse. We're
Oh,
very yeah. So a lot of people know it's like because we're very good. Like we're very focused on like our look. Like we want to make sure we look very presentable when we're out.
wow.
Because at the end of the day, like we said, looks sells, and like I said, we're sophisticated.
Wow. And ballroom is so large now with
Yeah.
legendary, the show Pose, the show, like
Uh-huh.
it's really exploding. And that's something that our community has had for a long time.
Yes.
So to see it now become something mainstream is really a dream come true to so many that have had.
It's fun, and it's funny you said it because one of my best friends, because he's in House of Garcon, and the funny thing was, I remember when he told me, somebody told me he should apply to like, he's like, you should do it, and his name is Tonka Garcon. He's the big boy, but yes, because he told me he's like, I don't feel like they would want to see him. I was like, no, I feel like you need to get out there. I said, here's the thing. I said, the gay community don't see people like you all the time. And I said, so when you put yourself out there, they're like, oh wow, I'm just like him. It's like it's a big boy. He's out there giving himself, and he got on. I was like, I told you, I was like, that's something that people want to see versus the typical, like, oh, okay, yeah, it does makeup or does this, but it's like you were your own different person. I was like, you're rare. Nobody sees you like that. But yeah,
Do you, when you go, do you get your tens a lot?
I do. It's coming down to the battles. It's like, all right, here we go. I got to battle so and so to get the grand prize.
Ooh, that's a battle too. I
It
see the clips online and I'm just like,
is. You're like, I don't know who to pick.
right? But I love, like, even with the clips I see, like you guys really go out, like y'all go all out.
Yes.
The costuming is beautiful, like all the presentation is beautiful. You see the house, like it is not just shits and giggles. Like you see
Yeah.
the house, like the house members will like be fluffing out the designs and making sure it look
And,
good.
and yeah, and it's a team effort because usually before we walk, we have to get it approved by our house leader. Like, hey, is this look approved? And then like, we verify, make sure like, all right, this is good. And it's like we also look out for each other because it's like, hey, this not your night. Don't walk tonight. Like, because there's been moments where people are like, oh, I'm gonna walk tonight, and it's like there's some person on the panel or another person that's walking is like, hey, don't walk tonight. So it's like everybody looks out for their best interest when you're in the house.
Right, right. Wow. This is all very fascinating to me. This damn conversation has gone from 0 to 360 and back to 120 and 180. Because like, but you have a lot of energy. What's your birth sign?
I am a Leo.
Ah, I should have known. I'm a Libra. I'm a Libra, so it's Libra, Virgo, Leo. So that's why you got a lot of enchanting qualities. And Leos are such men. Like you are such men. Like you you just know how to present. And that's really good. That's a really good thing. So tell me now your birthday. Your parents, did your parents call you?
Yes, they have. They always call me first thing in the morning when it's my birthday. They do.
Have you heard from your siblings?
Yes, I have. I have. They've already contacted me. So it's like
See?
they always come right on in.
I love that because while you running around being Captain America, Captain Planet and Captain America, your family still has your back.
Absolutely.
This was fun. This was fun. I'm not gonna hold you long on your birthday. Yeah, I'm gonna let you go because it's just like I thank you for doing this. Thank you for especially on your
Oh,
birthday.
thank you for having me in general.
Being able to do this on your
I was
birthday.
super excited. I was like, oh, I said, okay, me.
Yeah, you like when I asked you, but you were right because I saw something in you.
Thank you.
I saw something in you. And because like, and that's the thing with beauty. I saw the physique first. I started going to the page. I was like, yes, okay. You know, like that's the thing about people. People would say to me, oh, Queen, you only post, really big guys, this is that and the other. And they don't understand why I post what I post. And I've become like famous for doing that. It's not necessarily just the look. I post people that are dedicated.
Yeah.
I post people that are diligent. I post people that are consistent.
Right.
That's why it is to the caliber that it is and to the level that it is because these people have been consistent for years. How many years have you been working out?
Me, let me put it down real quick. Okay. Because I started when I was in college. So I've been working out since I was 19. Yeah.
Wow, that's
And yeah, like I said, like the past 3 years, I've gotten more serious about it because it's like, okay, I worked out just stay in shape, but now it's like I really want to get something out.
Yeah, well, you must have started at 16 because you started at 19, you said, now you're only 22. You're only 22 now. So my God, you've lived a whole life in just 3 years.
All right, just like
You know? I have enjoyed this. Give me 3 words that inspire and empower you as a person. I know you're going to go to your cheering because I know the cheer, the core. Yeah.
I would say kindness.
Mhm.
Kindness would be one. Then the other one would be being strong. Well, strong.
Yeah.
And then I would say dedicated.
Dedicated. Okay. You got to promise me that you'll do something with acting or physique or something in the mainstream.
I like I said, I gotta get out there because like my friends they get on me about like, why are you not doing it? It's like, I'll get to it eventually. But it's like I might as well since I've had tons of people at me about it. So it's like, all right, just might as well go for it.
Yeah, yeah. Tell everybody where they can find you on social media.
It would be underscore Leo Garcon underscore on Instagram.
Okay. I'm going to make sure I put it down below. Thank
All right.
you so much for talking to me. This was amazing.
Thank you for having me.
It was an amazing, amazing opportunity just to kind of like, bounce off of you for a second. And, it's kind of funny because my boyfriend said to me, he was like, oh, he's doing the right thing. He's starting off his revolution around the sun the right way. He's talking to you. He said this year is going to be great for him, because of the energy transference. So
Mhm.
I thank you so very much. And I ask you to have an amazing birthday and celebrate if you can, because you said you travel a lot. So, celebrates, but don't go anywhere just yet. Ladies and gentlemen, you have heard the vocal stylings of Mr. Leo Garcon, fitness enthusiast, entrepreneur, House of Garcon member, exotic dancer, cheerleader, and the list body, and the list goes on and on. Say bye to these people, but don't go anywhere. So did you enjoy? I hope you did. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, and don't forget to cash at me at the Queen of Shade. I am your favorite content creator, right? Right. You want to see more of this content, right? Right. Cash at me. I love you. Mwah.
I've got my black stilettos on. Don't you make me take them off. I'm assuming first position. Gonna show you I'm a boss. I've been given 60 seconds just to put my thing down. I'll have you wanting my stilettos by the time I turn around. Turn that TV down.